Have you ever wondered what animals would say about us if they could speak? What stories they would tell? What grievances they would air? Today, we travel to the heart of Senegal, West Africa, to uncover a timeless folktale that explores this very question. This isn't just a story about talking animals. It's a profound narrative about justice, respect, and the delicate balance between humanity and the natural world. It's called The Judgement of the Animals, and it begins, as many great stories do, with a single, seemingly simple act. A man was traveling through the vast, sun-drenched savannah, his loyal dog trotting faithfully by his side. The journey was long, and the sun was relentless. As they walked, they stumbled upon a snake, trapped and helpless under a heavy fallen rock. The snake, seeing the man, hissed weakly, its voice filled with desperation. "Oh, kind traveler," it pleaded, "please, have pity on me. This rot has pinned me down, and I fear my life is nearing its end. Help me, and I shall be eternally grateful." The man hesitated. He knew snakes could be dangerous, their gratitude as fickle as the desert wine. His dog, sensing his master's uncertainty, growled low in its throat, a clear warning. "Master," the dog seemed to say, "be wary. A snake is a snake, and its nature does not change." But the man's heart was moved by the creature's suffering. He looked at the snake, gasping for breath under the immense weight, and his compassion won out. Ignoring his dog's instincts, he put his shoulder to the great stone and, with a mighty heave, rolled it away. The snake set it free, coiling and uncoiling its body as life flowed back into its limbs. It tasted the air, its forked tongue flickering, but instead of gratitude, its eyes held a cold, predatory gleam. It turned to the man, its rescuer, and declared, "Now, I am going to eat you." The man was stunned, his heart sinking with disbelief. "Eat me? But it just saved your life. Is this how you repay kindness? Where is the justice in it?" The snake simply replied, "In this world, good deeds are often punished. That is the way of things." "That can't be true." The man protested. "Let us seek a third party to judge our dispute. Let us find others and ask them if it is right for you to repay my help with such treachery." The snake, confident in its cynical view of the world, agreed. "Very well," it hissed. "We shall ask 3 others. If they agree with you, I will let you go. But if they agree with me, you will be my meal." And so, the man, his dog, and the treacherous snake set off to seek a verdict. The first creature they came upon was an old, weary horse, grazing on a sparse patch of grass. Its butt was swayed, and its bones were prominent beneath its dull coat. The man explained the situation, ending with his desperate plea, "Tell me, O old horse, is it fair that my good deed should be met with this fate?" The horse sighed, a long, sorrowful sound. "Young man," it sighed, its voice heavy with a lifetime of servitude, "the snake speaks the truth. Look at me. For years, I served my master faithfully. I carried his heavy loads, plowed his fields, and I took him from village to village. I gave him my use and my strength. But now that I am old and weak, what is my reward? He has turned me out to fend for myself, to starve on this barren land. Yes, in the world of men, good deeds are often forgotten, and loyalty is punished with neglect." The snake flickered its tongue in triumph. "One vote for me," it hissed. The man's hope began to falter, but he pressed on. Deeper in the bush, they found a tired-looking ox, its hide scarred from the yoke. Once again, the man told his story, his voice trembling slightly. "Wise ox, you have seen much of the world. Surely you can see the injustice here?" The ox chewed its cud slowly before responding. "I have served my master since he was a calf," it rumbled. "I have pulled his heaviest carts and turned the soil of his farm until my muscles ached. I helped him grow the crops that fed his family. In return, he gave me just enough to survive. Now that my strength is failing, I hear him talking to the butcher. My reward for a life of labor will be the knife." The horse is right. The snake is right. Goodness is repaid with cruelty. The snake coiled smugly. 2 votes for me. "Your time is almost up, man." Despair washed over the man. His dog whined, nudging his hand. But what could it do? He had one last chance. They walked on, the silence thick with tension, until they came across a clever, quick-witted fox, resting in the shade of an acacia tree. The fox, known throughout the savannah for its cunning mind, listened intently as the man, the snake, the horse, and the ox all presented their arguments. The man pleaded for his life, the snake for its meal, and the horse and the ox for their bitter experiences to be acknowledged. When everyone had spoken, the fox sat for a long moment, stroking its chin thoughtfully. It looked at the man, then the snake, and finally at the giant rock nearby. "This is a most complicated case," the fox sighed, its voice serious. He cannot possibly render a fair judgment without understanding the situation completely. The testimony is confusing. Tibeshuri have all the facts. We must reconstruct the scene exactly as it was. The snake, eager for its victory, Tibe officially declared, readily agreed. The man, seeing a glimmer of hope, also nodded, so they all returned to the place where the ordeal began. All right, instructed the fox. Let's see. Man, you were walking here. Snake, you were under the rat. Please, show me precisely how you were trapped. Impatiently, the snake slithered back into the hollow beneath the heavy stone. It was like this, it hissed, wriggling into position. The rock was pressing down right here, on my middle. The fox peered closely. I see, it sighed. Andy man, you came. Andy rolled the stone away. Yes, the man replied, just like this. Andy with a great push. He rolled the heavy rock right but on top of the snake, pinning it just as it had been before. The snake thrashed. Andy hissed, trapped once more. The fox turned to the astonished man, a glint in its eye. Andy now, it declared, the situation is exactly as it was when you first arrived. The judgment is simple, leave things as you found them. The fox looked at the man. Andy, his loyal dog. Let this be a lesson. While compassion is a virtue, wisdom is its necessary companion. Now go. Andy, be more careful about whose pleas you answer. The man, filled with a profound sense of relief and a newfound understanding, thanked the fox profusely. He called to his dog. Andy together, they continued their journey, leaving the treacherous snake to its fate under the rock. He had learned a powerful lesson that day, not just about the dangers of the wild, but about the nature of justice itself. The judgment of the animals had been delivered, not by a majority vote based on past bitterness, but by the sharp wit of one who understood the difference between true justice and the blatant revenge. This story teaches us that the world is complex. It reminds us that while we should strive to be kind, we must also be wise. It is a call to respect the natural order of things and to understand that every creature has its own nature. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of Senegalese folklore. If you enjoyed this story and the wisdom it holds, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales from around the world. Until next time, travel wisely.